Come, hear the tale of our ragtag crew, brought together upon a mysterious island by fate. They have lost, they have won, and now, alongside a rebel faction, the truth on the wind, they fight against the evil Eterines. Behind it all, an alien being of immeasurable power begins to rise once again. As the land grows cold, our party stands as a light in the darkness. Now, welcome to the Swordcast Adventures.
Welcome back, loyal listeners. Your devoted paladin to the Lady of the Forest here to regale you of our exploits on the last episode of the Swordcast Adventures. Given our task by Callus the Pirate King to steal plans and supplies from the battalion ships, and scuttling two in our wake while capturing the remaining vessel called the Black Prince, we headed out through the fog. Grimtuck and I in one rowboat, Eldwin in another. Amelia and Rain took a different route using magic items to aid them. What followed was an amazing infiltration by the ladies as we waited to back them up on the water below. A few minutes later, both the Halberd and the Tiger Shark were burning and sinking to the bottom of the harbor, as we made our way to our final target, the Black Prince. Listen now as we join our party in the final moments of this epic confrontation and see if we are successful on this episode of the Swordcast Adventures.
As the tiger shark goes up in flames, as pirates and bodies fly from the side, trying to douse the burning embers on themselves, as Grimtuck and Betolius pull Rain and Amelia out of the water into the boat, you find now two ships down, one ship still in the docks on the far side of Oceanshade. What do you all do?
How far away am I from the tiger shark?
A decent distance. Have to bring up.
Can I mean, I'm probably still within range.
Most likely. I would say you're still within firing range if you wanted to. You do notice, Eldwin, roll a perception check.
Love to.
Hey.
What do my elf eyes see?
What do your elf eyes see?
My elf eyes see for a 14.
A 14. You notice that there seems to be, as you all stand there, as you kind of all pick yourselves up and get ready to continue your progress across, cutting the swath across the docks, you notice that on the land, your fellow companions seem to be jumping in on this fight as well. A large foray has grown from the center of town and kind of become this mass moving across. You see torches lighting the corners of buildings. You hear screams and the clashing of swords, and you see bodies moving in and out as Callus joins the fight, as he said he would.
Hey, DM? I'm sorry,
yeah.
Go ahead, Halberd.
I was going to say, can I see Callus's forces engaged with anybody, and can I take a few pot shots at those nearby, like the Hecaton
You
trees
see
nearby?
a long. I mean, let's say, roll one more perception check. There's no one specifically nearby. Most everyone that have been fighting were pretty deep within the actual town itself. Yeah, mother.
So, okay, I guess, yeah, I mean, so I rolled a 21 this time to
21?
observe. Yeah.
Okay, so you get a good look. It's very easy. There's a pretty distinct separation of color when it comes to the Hecaton sailors or any of the Hecatontries you've seen compared to your normal everyday person in Oceanshade. So yeah, I'd say you could take a few pot shots if you wanted to.
Cool. I guess I don't want to do it just yet. I want to do it when they get closer to the ship, just because I don't want them to realize that there's a bunch of arrows flying from the middle of the harbor.
Okay.
Can I do that? Because they're making their way towards the...
No, they're in just a giant flurry of just like fighting right now.
Oh, then yes, I will absolutely take some pot shots.
Okay. Take your pot shots.
Cool. So do you want me to just take an attack action, like for it's my turn, or what?
Yeah, take an attack. Take your full round of attack actions.
All right. Well, I'm going to sharpshooter these then.
Okay.
So that first one's a 23 to hit.
Hits.
That's oh, 1 second. What's my modifier? $22 points of damage.
You see one of the men involved in the brawl out in the streets themselves catch the arrow in the back, and you see his body tense for a moment and fall.
I will fire my second round. I'm just going to do all three of them, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
All right. So that one is a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay. And that is another 23 points of damage.
Another of the large group of people. Your arrows find true, even in this mass of individuals flailing and fighting. You're able to catch the Hecaton off guard, and as you do, you see the arrow stick in. This one sticks right in the neck, and he just like reaches up and grabs at it and just crumples down and is trampled by the crowd.
Yeah. And then my third shot's only a 9.
You don't seem to hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay.
DM, I would just be making my way with all of us towards the other boat.
Okay.
Rowing us towards the other boat.
Metolius would be helping in our combined strength, just trying to let go as fast as we can to the
we're hauling ass
to the Black Prince.
Sounds good. As you all start making your way across the docks, you notice that the fighting follows. You see it break out in a few different spots, like all over Ocean Shade, and it just becomes this mass melee in the streets as people scream, and again that familiar clang of metal rings out throughout the town. You also notice as you get closer and closer to the Black Prince, you do have to pass by the first of the two docks. As you do, there is a few bits of fighting on the dock itself, but by the time you've gotten past it, you also have met up with Elduin, who has been taking pot shots into the town itself. Once you pass by him, you have a little bit more of a ways to go, but as you kind of look around, you notice that the Black Prince seems on pretty high alert. There seems to be a decent grouping of people kind of standing on the deck itself, keeping an eye, holding their ground. They seem to be watching the shoreline pretty intently.
Are we between them and the shoreline?
No.
All right, well, let's fucking get the ship as close as possible and try and scale the side, pirate style.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I would say this, what you see is pretty accurate in this. As you kind of come up more on the actual back of the ship than on the port side, but you start rowing towards it. Do Amelia, Rain, do you do anything outside of staying in the ship or staying in the rowboat? And Elduin also. I would like to fire arrows at the guys on the far side of the ship from where they're climbing, just to try and get some misdirection, if I can.
And I would definitely at least have my water walking ring on, so if I had to jump out of the boat, I would be able to walk on the water. But otherwise, I would be staying in the boat.
So, Elduin, you'd like to fire over here?
So whichever. So I assume that the side that is
starboard side is the dock.
Starboard side's the dock, and my compatriots are heading up the port side.
Effectively, yes.
Yeah. So I would like to. Yeah, so I would like to get the guys who are on the starboard side on the docks, maybe hopefully to just like sow some havoc, but also make them think that the shots are coming from shore rather than behind them.
Okay.
I would like to know when Metolius is within 30 feet of the deck.
Okay, I would say, especially with the rise from there, if we're doing, so it'd probably be a little bit more. Eldon would be able to take his shots.
Okay.
Okay.
If you want to take your shots, Eldon, go for it.
All right, first shot. That's a natural one.
Ooh. Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
So yeah, roll me a percentile. Call high or low.
Your
I
arrows
know this stuff.
phases
All right,
through space and time.
I'm going to go call high, and I got a 37.
A 37. I would say your arrow flies across and catches right in front of the port aft side, in front of this individual, and sticks into the hull of the ship.
Oh, giving away our position.
All right,
What it is.
I would like to fire at that guy.
Okay, fire away. You see him. You notice, though you're far away and you're unable to hear him say anything, you notice him kind of look down and then look over.
Okay, I'm going to fire at him non-sharpshooter style, so with my full... that's a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Okay, I would like... let me make sure I remember exactly which one. Can he make a charisma saving throw, please?
He can.
I would like to flex him up.
That is a 16.
16.
And how much damage did you say?
I didn't say. That's
sorry.
10 points of damage. And he does beat the DC.
Okay. So you see the arrow connect, and you just like you see his face drop, and you hear this low scream kind of echo out.
Okay. Yeah. Then I will fire my last shot at him, I guess. And
Okay.
this one is going to be with sharpshooter again.
Okay.
That is a 12.
A 12.
Mm-hmm.
12 hits.
12 hits. Hell yeah. All right. I'm surprised, but I will take it. That is another 23.
Another 23. Got it. As he kind of screams out in pain, as he grips the arrow, you see a second one come in and catch him right in the chest. And as he does, he falls back behind the banister, like the edge of the deck itself, and out of sight. But you do notice a few other people start to move towards his direction.
Okay. I see that I have not helped here.
I mean, you made it. You kind of, they know we're coming now. That's okay. Whatever.
I was trying to do something else, and then I rolled a natural one, and
That's
then,
fine. Whatever. We improvise.
Oh, man.
Well, you never stormed a ship before on a rowboat? Come on, guys.
Okay, so you find yourselves, I would say, just about at 30 feet off.
Also, on the way over, can Amelia would like to reach up and cast Armor of Agathis on herself.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, and we're just doing our best to haul ass because I imagine the boat's going to be real busy with our chest guy hit with arrows. They're probably going to want to see where those arrows came from, so we're just hauling ass to try to get to the ship because I want to scale the side of the ship.
Both Metolius and Grimtuck, roll me an athletics check.
Not my strongest athletics check, but it's okay. I got a 13.
19.
Both of you seem to take to the oars pretty fast, and
Oh
you
wait,
seem
do I get to add my proficiency since I'm proficient in in water vehicles?
Sure. Yes. Yes.
I don't know how that works. I think I made that roll one time. Is that how that works?
Are you proficient in athletics as it is?
Yeah.
Then you already got your proficiency.
Yeah. You don't
I
have
don't
it.
get
Yeah, it doesn't stack twice.
Yeah.
All right, never mind then. Sorry.
I'm just DM. Let me know when I can shoot again, because I'm going to just start.
Okay,
going.
once they have made it to the, as they kind of push forward faster, and you see your boat just about clinks to the side, I would say we all roll initiative.
Ooh.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Well, 30 feet out, I would like to do something.
Oh, yeah, I already said you were 30 feet out before you started rowing.
Oh, before we started rowing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that athletics checks was to row within 30 feet. I would like to Misty Step up to the deck.
Okay. You do that, which would leave Grimtuck to take the brunt of it, which would give them, I would say, a little bit of time before they make it to the actual hull itself and start climbing up. But you can make your Misty Step as you make it to 30 feet. You won't be very far.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay.
I would like to Misty Step. Can I see the guy at the back or not?
Yeah, he's standing on the topmost point. You would be able to see him at the very back of the ship.
I will Misty Step to that guy.
Okay. As Metolius blinks out for just a moment and blinks back up on top, leaving a silvery misty trail behind, Grimtuck, you take both oars in hand and start rowing furiously as you want to make it to the side of the ship itself. Metolius, a silvery mist appears, and you stand now in front of this man who you notice is green-skinned, tough-looking, large tusks, and a thick jaw. As he stands there, he readies himself. And now, as you stand in front of this person, I would like you all to roll initiative.
Rain got an 11.
22 for Elduin.
21 for Grimtuck.
Metolius will say, "Evening, gents," as he appears. And Metolius got an 18.
Metolius rolled a natural 20 for his confidence roll.
He doesn't
Elduin,
have
one
to
more
roll
time.
for that.
Elduin, what'd you roll again?
22.
22. Got it. Grimtuck.
21.
And Amelia.
Amelia got an 18.
18. Got it. Okay, Elduin. Go for it.
I would like to fire an arrow
At?
with a stern look on my face.
You're wearing a mask.
Yeah, that no one can see because
With
you're
a
wearing
stern,
a
a stern masked face. I can feel it though, and it just makes me feel better about my shots.
That's good.
Scowl.
I would like to shoot the guy who's kind of in the middle of the boat, just trying to keep Metolius from having to deal with too many people at once.
Okay, not a problem.
All
You
right,
see one of them, as Metolius appears, you see one of the guys on the deck turn towards the one standing next to the actual wheel of the ship and start to rush up towards Metolius, and that's when you fire your shot.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to sharpshooter all of my shots unless
Okay.
otherwise specified. That one is an 18.
18 hits.
Oh, yes to that. 28 points of damage.
Woo! You see him almost tumble down as the arrow catches him right in the side, but he kind of pushes himself back up. He's still standing.
Okay. So I said until further notice, I would actually like to not sharpshooter this one.
So
Sounds
that
good.
counts as further notice. Yep.
23 to hit.
Hits.
That is 11 points of damage.
As he rights himself, Your second arrow flies and catches him right in the side of the head. As he's about to step up the stairs, his body crumples down, tumbling into the mast.
Yeah. All right. Third shot. I'm gonna go towards just whoever is on. Let's go for the. Is there somebody on the front of the boat? We'll do the front of the boat.
Yes, there is someone on the front of the boat.
Okay. I would like to shoot them with sharpshooter.
Okay.
That is a 12.
12 hits.
Yeah. All right. Oh, that's only 16 points of damage.
As you see it connect in the man on the front of the ship is surprised by it as he is caught right in the back of the shoulder blades. You see him scream out in agony as he turns wild-eyed and ready to fight, not seeing his attacker.
I would like to use an action surge and, like, just get into the most athletic of stances, continuing to fire arrows at an extremely fast pace. And I would like to shoot the same guy with another sharpshooter shot.
Elduin squats really far down. The most athletic stance and fires.
That's squats.
That's a 22. It helps the
22
shot
hits.
square.
Yeah, of course. Stabilizes you.
That is a 17 points of magical piercing.
As your magical piercing arrow flies through the air and catches this man once again, as he turns to look where this arrow came from, right in the middle of his chest appears your second shot. As he looks down in terror and fear, his body falls to the ground.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna shoot another guy then. How about just someone, one of the guy that's on the other guy that's on the port side, close to the friends. Oh, that is a 10.
A 10 misses.
Okay. I would like to use my bonus action to bend that to another guy.
Sure.
All right. I swear I'll stop rolling at some point.
That arrow.
That's a 27.
That hits.
Great. That is 9 points of piercing damage.
Are you going for the one you're going for the closest to your friends? 9 points.
Yeah, 9 points. And then that
It
same...
whizzes initially by his head, and he kind of dodges out of the way, and as it misses its target, it wheels back around and catches him right in the side.
Yeah. And then the guy that just got hit, not the guy I was aiming for, but the guy who just got hit, I would like to shoot him with my last shot.
Okay.
That is an 11.
At 11 hits.
11 hits. All right. That is 20 points of magical piercing.
As 20 points. You see him take the shot. The second one now digs deep into his shoulder. He stands barely able to keep himself upright, but he does still stand.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm done. I've peppered them. Have fun, boys. And
We move to Grimtuck, who just now, at the start of this, makes it to the edge of the hull of the ship.
I'm gonna climb that ship.
You climb that ship. Roll me, roll. How are you climbing that ship?
Is there anything on the outside with which for me to scale the ship at all, or to climb it?
Not a ton. Not really. I would say you
What's my
probably
purple leaf still looking like?
in the water.
I mean,
I'd
I'm
say-
on a boat.
Well, that's what I mean. There's a bit of rigging that hangs down. I think if you roll me an athletics check to try to jump and reach it, you could probably do it.
Cool. I will just obligatory rage. That's gonna be. Yeah, I'm fucking excited. This is some piratey shit. This is I'm boarding an enemy ship that I plan to steal. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna rage. Do an athletics check.
Excellent.
Ooh, and that is a 28.
20. Yeah. You feel the boat sink slightly under your weight as you begin to push off, but luckily with Amelia and Rain being on the back, you're able to hold it steady enough to work more like a platform as you launch yourself off and land just in the nick of time to catch the rigging.
Is this the rarely seen horny rage?
Like just full boner rage.
He hits the ship, sticks in it with his dick.
Oh my.
I do have a +9 to my big dick energy. So, yeah, I'm gonna just I'm gonna dash if I have to for climbing, since I imagine my climb speed, is half for movement.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do whatever I can to dash to get up this side of the ship, whatever that looks like.
Yeah. So as you land upon the side, as you grab the rigging, you basically just take it and thrust downwards as you just run straight up the side of the boat.
Sweet.
You see him just reach over the edge and land upon the deck of the ship, entering the fray.
Tight. So I'm up there. That's my action, bonus action, and full movement. So
Boom.
That's me.
That's you. Okay, as you land down,
I definitely let out a huge laugh, by the way. Just super roaring laugh. Like,
well, as you pull the
like just in the air.
Awesome. Sorry. As you pull the attention of the man just down the way from you, he turns and starts to rush towards you.
Yes, please do.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Right? One Man Thunderdome. It's my Broadway show.
God damn it. You see him pull up off a mace off his side and start rushing towards you with it. He swings for a 15 to hit.
That does not hit me.
Slams into the side of your axe and you just slide it off to crash into the banister. Nothing. Second, that is a 19.
Just missed me on that one.
Well, so close. Well, once again, you're able to sidestep as this guy just slams his mace into the wood below. A small crack breaks open, but he looks down wild-eyed as he is missed terribly.
I would just lean forward to him and be like, "It's all right. I remember my first day on the ship too."
Our fair pincushion. And try to do the same, running up on you, Grimtuck. That is a 21. Or 20.
That hits.
Excellent. His hurt friend rushes up, mace in hand, and try to slam it into your face. Hits your shoulder with full damage of 8, halved because of rage, so 4.
Sweet. Damages my temporary HP.
Followed closely as he connects. He basically hits you in the face with a mace and pulls it away, expecting you to just be bloody and hurt. And you're just standing there with a giant smile on your face.
Ha!
In fear and pain, he does the same attack, trying to do more damage to you. This time a 19, which misses.
Uh-huh.
As he just connects right between your neck and your shoulder, and you hold it there for a second, wild-eyed and crazy-looked.
Oh yeah, just kind of hold it to the wound and just kind of give him that Macho Man crazy stare.
Oh yeah!
Oh,
yeah. Brings it to Amelia.
I think Metolius has a higher dex than I do.
Okay.
We both rolled 18.
Brings it to Metolius.
Metolius he speaks a word in Sylvan, and his axe glows green, and he casts a snaring strike on his axe. This is the first time I've ever cast a spell.
Oh,
and
nice.
he will make a strike against the guy or the individual, the orc man in front of him.
Sounds good.
All right. Ooh, that's probably going to hit a 26.
26 does hit.
Okay, he takes 10 magical slashing, plus 5 radiant, plus 4 lightning.
So 19 altogether?
Yes. And then he needs to make a strength saving throw
Okay.
against my DC of 16.
He rolled an 8.
He is restrained by magical vines.
Okay. As you connect into him with your axe, you see his body kind of start to twitch and try to get out of the way as you notice these vines grow from the wood below his feet and wrap all around him and hold him in place.
Excellent. He will take a d6 of piercing damage at the start of each of its turns, and he can use its action to make a check against the vines to break free.
Sounds good. Anything else, Metolius?
I'll attack him again because he's
Okay.
he's restrained. I get advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
25.
25 hits.
He takes another 18 points of damage.
18.
Yep.
As you slam a second time into him with your axe, he roars out in pain as he kind of just tries to thrash against the vines. You see a like gritty looking scimitar on his side as he tries to pull it free. Amelia, it's your turn.
Okay. How high up is it to the deck?
I'd say about 15 feet.
Okay. Amelia is going to do what she can to run and jump and try and climb up the side.
Okay, roll me an athletics check, please.
That's a 7.
I'd say as you kind of run and jump, you catch the rigging just enough, but it will take the rest of your movement to try to get over the ledge.
Okay. I will use it. I will do so.
Okay.
So Amelia is going to climb up over the banister, and she's going to stand there and kind of like bow and say, "Greetings, gentlemen. We are here to formally accept your resignation of your ship, the Black Prince. We don't care what you do, but get the fuck off our boat." And she'll end her turn.
Okay, sounds good. I love it.
Red.
I always forget Pirate Amelia until it happens, and it just makes my day. It really does.
It's out of nowhere.
Okay. You see the man behind the helm or the orc behind the helm kind of try to thrust and pulls his arm free, the scimitar now shining in the moonlight as he grits his teeth and swings at you, Metolius.
He takes a d6 of piercing damage at the start of his turn.
Would you like to roll that or should I?
I did. 3.
Excellent. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Ah! Ooh, natural 20.
Does he have disadvantage because he's restrained?
Yes. That would not be a natural 20 anymore.
Oh no.
Oh no. Poor Metolius not getting hit by this guy. 15.
That does not hit.
Ah. A second wide swing. As he tries to break free but doesn't make it. As the first one just slams into the ground as one of the vines just closes his arm close to him. The second one swings up and just catches into the wheel. Missing you both times. As he just roars in your face. "This is our ship! I'll fight to the death for it!"
Will your men know?
Rain, it's your turn.
Red. anybody not taken a turn in combat yet, enemy-wise?
Not that you've seen.
Okay. Everybody's gone. Okay. I will... I will walk across the water and up the side of the ship and then get into a flanking position with the person in melee with Grimtuck. Number 2. Are they in melee with Grimtuck?
Yes,
Yeah.
effectively.
Okay, cool. So I will, I'll get in flanking in there and attack with advantage. With my rapier, for the record.
Sounds good.
And that'll be a 14.
A 14 hits.
Rad, okay. Let's see, sneak attack. And a d8. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty good. 21, 23, 27, 31. Wait, oh, forgot my 37 piercing.
Oh yeah, without noticing you as you quietly land behind him, your rapier finds home within his torso and finds a way to remove his life.
Rad, okay.
In one fell swoop, you see the body fall.
They say life finds a way. Apparently, unlife also finds a way.
Definitely finds a way in this group.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing anything else, Rain?
Would I have had to dash as a bonus action to get there?
If it was, say, like 5, 10, 15 feet, and then about 15, yeah. Well, no, you would have just made it by all rights.
Okay, is it possible for me to use my bonus action to hide, like, back down the side of the ship, or no, because I don't have any more movement yet left?
You do not have any more movement.
Okay, I guess
You could
I'll-
effectively try to hide where you are. You would have a very small amount of cover, depending on if anyone's coming up and where they're coming up.
I mean, sure, why not? I have a bonus action.
Try it.
Stealth check?
Yes, please.
16.
Yes. So you're actually right next to the
Or
mast.
sorry, no,
that-
23. Can't get, that turns into a 10, almost forgot. 23.
You are right here. So you take that upon yourself to kind of press yourself up against it, hoping that you stay as out of sight as possible.
Cool, sounds good to me. And that is my turn.
You, Rain, as it is pretty close to you, and Grimtuck, you as well, you hear the sound of footsteps coming up from below deck. As you do, this red-skinned, almost coif-like haired, large-framed humanoid kind of gets on. He has a bit of armor on, but he also has like what looks to be like pouches and a long quarterstaff. And he looks at you all, and he goes, "What are you doing on our ship?" As he gets up from down below deck, he stands now. Wrong one. Nice. This one. You see him run up from below deck. As he looks at you all, you hear that echoing out across as he stares at you. Let's see. Does he see Rain? He said 16? He doesn't
No,
seem
23 after my, I
Ah,
forgot expertise, so 23.
he doesn't seem to notice you, Rain. As this is all happening. But he looks past you, past the mast and towards the group of individuals on the edge of the boat, and he points a finger out. You see another finger reach into a pouch, and a small white powder rubs between his fingers as he whispers a few words in almost a goblinoid language. A small bead of red flies out, and you hear behind the three of you, Grimtuck, Amelia, and Metolius, a resounding explosion as you all need to make dex saving throws.
Are Amelia and Grimtuck within 10 feet of me?
Yes. Yes, they are.
You may add 4 to your saving throw.
Which I already have advantage on, so I'm feeling good about this one. Fuck, I am rolling good tonight.
That's not how I expected that sentence to end.
No, I don't usually just toss fucking these high rolls like this, but I have a... I'm sure I make this saving throw. I have a 28 to a dex saving throw.
It's crazy. 26 for Rain.
Amelia
28, you said? And Amelia, what'd you get?
Amelia got a modified 20.
Modified 20? Metolius.
I only got a 10. I probably do not make it.
So, Metolius, you take 34 points of damage.
Ow.
As this fireball explodes behind you, the other two of you takes I can math
17.
17. Yeah, that's the one.
This dickhead takes 25 cold damage.
There you
Also,
go.
I take no damage because of evasion.
You
And I
weren't
take
part of
half.
it.
Oh, I wasn't part of it? I thought I was. Sorry.
No, you didn't even roll for it.
Yeah, I did.
Take
I
8
said
damage.
26. Sorry.
Oh, apologies.
It's okay.
What do you take? What is that, Grimtuck?
I took 8 damage because I
8
got it
damage.
fucking halved. I got it halved and then halved.
And you said cold. How much cold damage?
25.
Woo! Ouch. He screams out in this low guttural tone as the ice kind of forms across him. As he tries to rip it off of his body. And you hear him call out, "Captain! We're being attacked!" As a large, hulking figure comes up from down below as well. And joins the fray. This man holding what looks to be a huge warhammer in his hand, and on the side of it emblazoned is the Hecatonchery symbol. He looks to be in just that same armor you've seen other soldiers in. And as he looks at you all and goes, "Now, human man, as he is, he looks at you all and goes, now I need you all to kindly get the fuck off my ship." As he says that, he rushes forward towards you, straight on, warhammer raised high, as he swings in to attack. The first attack, that's a natural 1. God fucking Welcome to the party, sir.
Whose boat is this?
I call high. Got an 83. He misses. The warhammer crashes into the ground in front of you, making splinters fly around. He wheels it and spins it around both hands and swings it back up. That is a 16 to hit.
Not hit.
As you step back, you see that warhammer narrowly miss you as it swings in front of you. The wind behind it is just a large gust as this huge hunk of metal narrowly misses your chin. As it connects to the side, he wheels it one more time, and with a large swing down, he tries to hit you one last time. With a 16.
That does not hit.
It slams into the banister behind you. Again, splinters erupt, and he just stands there. This angry, just rabid look on his face. It's like, that's the end of his turn. Goes to the top of the round, though. We find Elduin. You now see Elduin. A few more people have joined the fray on top of the ship.
Mm-hmm. I am noticing that. So how many people are on top of the ship? How many foes are on top of the ship at this point?
4 at the moment.
4 at the moment. Okay, 2 peons, this, like, person with a quarterstaff, and the captain.
It seems more like 1 peon and 3 slightly higher ranked, slightly more armored individuals.
Gotcha. All right, cool. I think that I will shoot at. Is the casters? Are they farther away from everybody else?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to shoot them first.
Got it.
And let's go with a sharpshooter shot. Ooh. Oh, it was so close to a natural 20, but it's probably going to miss. 8.
8 does miss.
Cool. I would like to redirect that to the captain.
Got it.
I'm going to bend my shot around with a little mental exercise for a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet. All right, and that is going to be 19 points of damage. I don't know if the damage type matters. 4 of it's cold. The rest is magic.
You can't specifically tell.
Okay. Then I would like to take my second shot at the caster again.
Sounds good.
That is a 15.
15 hits.
15 hits. All right. I would like to use some more magic here.
Use that magic.
Can the caster make a wisdom saving throw, please?
I believe you could.
Mm-hmm. But can he do well at said saving throw?
Therein lies the actual question. No.
Okay. All right. So he is hit with a shadow arrow.
Okay.
He is going to. Oh, I have to roll extra damage for that. So he takes 16 points of magical piercing damage. He takes 8 points of psychic damage, and cannot see further than 5 feet until my next turn.
Oh my.
Oh my. Got it.
And then I will shoot the captain.
Sounds good to me.
But not the deputy.
He's next. 18?
18 hits.
All right. And that is 21 more points of magical piercing.
Okay.
And
As the first arrow connects in his back and he wildly looks around to see what happened, the second one catches him right in the shoulder.
Yeah, take it. Whose boat is it?
You're still on the boat? Elduin? The little
Yeah.
rowboat?
Oh yeah. I'm just the mobile tower.
Alright.
Arrow tower. But that is going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. Sounds good. Let us go to... Grimtuck.
So this
The
guy
captain
in
now-
front... Sorry, go ahead.
The captain stands in front of you.
Okay. And he's like full armor, warhammer, right next to me, right? Throw him the fuck overboard.
Okay. I'd say it looks more like half plate, but yes, he is in armor.
Hope he can fucking swim. In full or in half plate, because I'm gonna try and chuck his ass overboard since we're both. I just climbed over the rail, so we're right next to him.
It's true.
Cool. What does that look like? You just need a shove check?
well-
Athletics check?
You're going to have to grapple him to throw him.
Okay, so it's not just like the shove 5 feet. Okay, we can do this. I'm into this. Okay, so let's do
Especially because
the
he's looking like straight on at you. He's not
Yeah, I
off
like it.
balance in any way, shape, or form. So grab him
it.
first.
I'm gonna be like, just gonna be like, nice metal suit, dumb shit. And fuck, I got a athletics check here. A 27.
Oh, you roll a
I got your
21.
athletics check right here.
You see him grab onto you, but then he notices his feet slightly lift off the ground as you grab under his arms and start to pick him up.
All right. What was that about your ship? No, fuckface. Get the fuck off my ship. And I'm just gonna dump him.
Okay, he's gonna roll a dexterity saving throw. Try to grab onto the side.
Okay. Or, okay. And not just pose grapple too. I'm cool with it. Later, dude.
Just
As
suplex him.
As he whips over the side, as you just like grab him and toss him over, you see a hand grab on as he's able to hold on to the edge.
Yeah, that's fair. Is that my full attack action then?
That would be.
Okay, no worries. I will, I'll just try and position myself to be in between him climbing up and the ship if I can. Like, I'm just gonna keep trying to make sure that he is not up on the ship. Whatever that looks like.
Sounds good. As you toss the captain overboard, or try to, as he stands now, or hangs now in front of you, you hear more feet start to come up from below deck. Yep. So, you all see another 6 individuals rush up from below deck and join the fray. As they do, they come out swinging, their maces in hand. A couple stand back, just enough. As they push past the red-skinned caster and move to the very front of the boat, you see them lift their heavy crossbows and lay them flat against you all. The others begin to rush out as the one that has already taken a whole hell of a lot of damage tries to save his captain and rushes at Grimtuck, who's facing away from him at the moment.
That's fair.
Swings with a natural 1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're gonna be flying over the edge too, bucko.
I'm gonna call low. That's 21. He just misses terribly as his mace slams to the ground, and letting you know that he's there as he swings a second time.
Damn, I was really hoping I could just duck and flip him.
Actually, with all these others joining the fray, his peck tactics. 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Nope, he slams down next to you and misses terribly.
More like whack tactics.
Hey!
Oh,
Hey-o.
Wactics.
Wactics. I love it. The rest of them all join as they all try to rush. You even notice Rain, one of them, as you're leaning against, one of them does catch sight of you as you are just kind of huddled up against the mast. As he goes around the side, he sees you leaning up against it, and the one that is labeled number 11 rushes at you with a mace. The rest of them all kind of rush up the stairs towards this fray going upon the upper decks.
And remember that attack has disadvantage because of my cloak.
Okay.
There
First
are a
and
lot
foremost.
of on the ship, guys.
Yes. First and foremost, 2 bolts fly out. One at Grimtuck, the other at what? I'm gonna roll D4. The other at Amelia, as their heavy crossbows fire. And with the other thugs so close, they both have advantage. That is Amelia. That would be a 14 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. The heavy bolt flies over, and you hear it connect with the rowboat below you. Grimtuck. This is 19 to hit you.
Just misses.
Another bolt flies over your head, splashing into the water below. Finally, the gathering of people behind you just start to rush up and swing. Metolius and Amelia, the 3 of the other Three of the other pirates that have rushed on board start to run towards you, maces high, and start to swing.
Word.
Indeed, word.
Amelia, 2 of them run at you.
Okay.
And 17, so that's a 21 and a 20.
Those will both hit.
Okay. That is 7. That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage with their first attack. As they come in swinging for the second, as both of them kind of connect on either side, you hear Amelia scream out as their maces kind of bludgeon her shoulder and ribs. Followed closely by another. That is 18 and 21 again.
Yeah, those both hit.
Okay. 6. So 10 more points as they come down with a barrage of.
And it was
more mace
11 the
points.
first time?
Yes.
So
Yes,
21
yes.
total?
21 total.
The first one would take 25 points of cold damage.
Okay.
And then my armor melts away.
Okay.
Does that make you wet? Like,
I was already wet. So
Wow.
that's when I activated it.
It's rude to just ask someone.
That's a very forward question.
So how many points of damage?
25.
25.
I mean, if that turns her on, maybe.
You're that guy at the strip club. Great.
They scream out as you see ice just flash across their being. Metolius, finally, another of these thugs rush up in front of you to join the man at the helm. Try to swing with a 21 to hit,
That hits.
followed closely by a 23.
Sure.
So that is 15 points of bludgeoning damage as both of his swings connect, just missing your shield, and you hear the twang of metal on metal as it hits into your core.
Uh-huh.
That is all of those pirate boys. So many pirates. Brings it to Metolius, though. As you were just bludgeoned, it is now your turn.
I will attack the guy who's still restrained by vines.
Yes.
$22.
Hits.
Wait, sorry. 11 plus 3 is 14. 16 points of damage total for the first attack.
Got it?
He's still up.
He is still up.
I will
You
attack.
connect into his side. More of this, like, just thick red blood starts running down below, between the vines.
That will be a 16 to hit the second one. Or
16?
The second strike, yeah.
16 does hit.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. Another 20 points of damage.
20. Okay, he is still up, but you see him barely holding on. His eyes are half closed. He's breathing heavy, bleeding from multiple wounds. He just...
I will bonus action Misty Step
Okay.
to 30 feet to... Sorry, it's tough to see. Who's the one at the prow at the boat on next to number 9?
That's just another archer.
Okay.
Or that's another one of the pirates that had just run up on the top, and he is a heavy crossbow.
Cool. I will. Actually, I'll teleport to the one right behind Grimtuck.
Got it.
Yep, and that's the end of my turn.
Amelia, your turn.
So if Amelia looks back over her shoulder, can she see the tiger shark?
Burning?
Yes.
Yes.
And it is burning, like, how much
yeah.
worse is it now?
Oh, it's terrible.
Okay.
The explosion wrecked most of the upper deck itself. Now, just it's the shell of it is just burning as people still are trying to just dive off of it.
How far away from us is it?
It is, let's say, like 120 feet across. Yeah, I'd say about that. Maybe a little more.
Perfect. Okay, so Amelia is going to reach up and mutter some words in a language that nobody recognizes. As she holds out the palm of her hand, this all of a sudden exploding into existence, floating above her hand is this wreath of 6 arms that looks like the hecatonchire ring. And it kind of sits there with all the arms grasping, kind of spinning in a circle, floating above her hand. And as it does, the arms begin to separate and let go of each other. 5 of the hands begin to float over towards, I'm going to say, the captain hanging off the edge, the guy with the staff, and then the 2 dudes right in front of me.
Okay.
Fuck it, let's make it all 3 of the dudes right in front of me.
Okay.
And the arms are gonna kind of just float through the air and come and like have one finger pointed out and just kind of come up and press it against each one of the target's foreheads as they need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Ooh.
So let's go for the captain.
And so 5 arms spread out to their targets, and 1 arm continues to float in a circle above Amelia's hand as if it was still grasping onto the other arms.
Okay. The captain gets a 19 or a 13.
Okay. Does not make
Success?
it.
Does not make it. And you said the caster?
Yes.
That's a 18.
That makes it.
And 3 gents in front of you. That's an 18. That's an 8. And that's a 16.
So the 2 18s make it. Nobody else does.
Okay. So that's
So
the caster and one of the thugs.
So as that so as the arms got closer to these guys, they feel the air begin to quiver around them, and the closer it gets heavier and heavier. And then Amelia kind of like wiggles her fingers, and as she does, the hand that floats above hers begins to mimic her movement. As Amelia kind of swoops her hand up into the air and makes a fist with it, the arm floating above hers mimics the same motion. And as the fist closes, the 3 that failed disappear, and the 2 fingers that were on the ones that were successes kind of just like fade into dust. But the 3 people that disappeared, Amelia kind of like holds her hand up and then pulls it down and brings the floating arm closer to her and brings it in front of her face and kind of blows on it as it kind of breaks apart into dust and fades away. And then it reforms above the tiger shark as the 3 men appear on the burning tiger shark.
Okay.
And before she blows it away, she's going to say, "I'm sorry, Captain. You missed the part where we've already accepted your resignation." And then they appear above the deck.
Okay.
Oh, man.
What did you cast?
Scatter.
Awesome. Awesome. Got it. Yeah, you do that. and they
Fucking
disappear over
Rad.
all across
Yeah.
the fucking port, straight above the burning ship. As they appear there, they tumble into it. You hear screams echoing out as they start to burn.
Word.
Yeah.
That's Amelia's turn.
Okay. The orc or the green-skinned person at the helm, wrapped in vines, now takes an opportunity. It takes a 1d6 damage. First off,
It does do that.
it takes the damage.
It takes 6 piercing damage.
And it screams out as the vines wrap tighter and tighter until finally, clasping around its throat, lets
The
out
screams
one
are
more
cut off.
roar. Got it. The screams are cut off as the
Awesome.
vines silence this creature as it falls.
Metal as fuck.
That's
Yes,
the power
it
of
is.
nature, motherfuckers.
Maliki, bless you, bitch.
Unicorn
Got it.
horn up your ass.
Okay. Anything else? That's its turn. It's dead. Rain. Shit. Sorry. Sidetracked. Rain, your turn. You've been spotted.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna pull out my hand crossbow, and I am gonna shoot the one between Metolius and Grimtuck.
Okay.
And let's see.
You are within
Ugh,
you have disadvantage because you are within melee of another creature.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That messes up my whole plan. Well, that's fine. I'll just take the.
You're
well,
welcome.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna make it anyway because that was an 11. Do you want me to roll disadvantage just in case I crit fail?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, he says.
Nope. That was better. So an 11.
11 hits.
Oh, didn't expect that. Never mind. So then I get
Sneak attack.
attack. Let's see. 11, 13, 16, 22, 25, 30 piercing damage.
As you fire your crossbow, even at that disadvantage, as you hear the sound of footsteps behind you as he raises his mace, the one between Grimtuck and Metolius raises his mace as well, and you fire, and it hits true as it connects right between his jaw and his neck, and you see this bolt sticking out of the other side as he looks around and crumples.
Rad.
He was already a pincushion to Elder.
So after I kill that guy, I'm going to turn around and look number 11 in the eyes, and I'm just going to wave and then drop off the side of the boat and walk down and hide about 15 feet down. Oh, bonus action disengage to get away from
There
him.
you go.
And then just kind of and go down the
You
side.
bonus action disengage, but you wouldn't be able to hide.
No, that's fine. I just got to go in down 15 feet where I'm assuming you probably can't get me. And then just kind of sticking close to the ship and stay in there.
Okay, sounds good. You see the red-skinned caster kind of like shake his head as he looks around wild, unable to see past himself. He grits his teeth and he calls out. He goes, "Fine. If you won't leave, I'll make this ship unusable to you as well." As he does, his hands fly up. And into one pouch, he pulls out a pinch of what looks to be dust. The next, a few droplets of water spray into the air and collect and spin as he says these words in this goblinoid language as his hands move. As he casts Ice Storm, catching Metolius, Grimtuck, and Amelia just in there, as well as his companion. Not being able to see who else is there.
It's a deck save.
Yep. Dexterity saving throw, please.
You get +4 Grimtuck.
Hey, and number 10. joke.
Damn, I could have done better on that one. I was just talking shit. That's what happened. I got a 15.
A 15?
That's with a +4 and advantage. Not great.
Ooh. 15 makes it.
Oh,
Metolius?
okay.
Metolius rolled a 19.
19 makes it.
Amelia got an
and-
11.
Amelia got an 11.
Yep,
11 does not make it.
I figured.
And the 5 that its crony does not make it as well. As giant hailstones start to fall, as ice starts to just wrap around you all. Dude. Let's see. So. Woo. Just rock hard ice starts to pound the ground. You see bits of wood start to splinter and fly as these giant fist-sized balls of hail start to rain down. Oh wow. Okay. Jan. That's 13. 13 points of cold damage. And a total of 15 points of bludgeoning damage. So halved to anyone who made it.
Okay.
So 13 and
28
15.
total.
28 total.
28. Half would be 14. Half would be 7.
You hear his cohort cry out. It's like, yeah, you got me in this too. Ah! That is his turn. And he no longer has the sight issue, correct?
At the beginning of my next turn.
Your next turn. That's right. Okay. So he keeps not being able to see. And at the top of the round, you hear Elduin. Roll me a perception check.
Gladly. 24.
24. You hear the sound of someone roaring and just screaming out behind you. You look behind you just for a moment at the tiger shark, and you see what looks to be an armored man, flames licking at his heels and a large warhammer standing high and calling out to kind of corral anyone who can over to his ship. It is now your turn.
Great. I'm going to take a mental note of the captain doing that said corralling, and then I would like to shoot this caster with an arrow.
Got it. Shoot the caster.
That is an 11.
11 misses.
Misses. All right. Can I redirect to number 11?
Absolutely. You redirected to the pirate that stands right next to him that had just been taunted by Rain.
Yeah. 17 to hit?
17 hits.
All right. That is 11 points of magical piercing in the kisser.
11 right in the kisser. And he just screeches out as he's caught on the side, on his side as he's holding it. Ah! As the arrow is now sticking out of him. He's not down, but he's definitely hurt.
Okay. I would like to shoot the caster again.
Shoot the caster.
Ooh, that's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Great. That is 22 points of damage.
Ooh. As the caster raises his hands, as he's continuing this like barrage of ice and snow and large hunks of hail, you see him basically unknowingly expose his throat to you as he tries to call out, as he's trying to gain everyone's attention. He does this, and your arrow hits home and true and stops his call as his body crumples to the ground.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Under my mask, I'm just gonna say, just chill, man, chill.
Bitch, be cool.
Well, does that mean that the ice storm disappears?
No, it keeps going until the start. What would effectively be the start of it?
Gotcha, cool. I couldn't remember if it was concentration or not, but I would like to shoot 11 again.
Okay.
With my third shot. That is an 18 to hit.
18?
Yeah.
18 hits.
Sweet. How about 16 more points of damage?
Got it. 16. What you actually notice is the stones stop falling, but around the feet of Amelia, Grimtuck, you don't actually notice this, but Amelia, Grimtuck, and Metolius, you all see around your feet just large chunks of ice that gives a bit of a hard footing or difficult terrain. How much damage again, Eldwin? I'm sorry.
16.
16. He screams out as the second arrow pierces him, and he's holding onto his mace, but just barely as he still stands.
Nose. All right, that's my turn.
Okay.
Just gonna
Brings
continue
it to
being a
Grimtuck.
Gatling gun.
Laughing in the face of icy, just hail and ice. This is just a great day for me. I'm just having a fucking
Icy
awesome
hail
time.
and ice.
Yep, I'm
You
just
know,
gonna.
icy hail
I'm
and
gonna trudge right on through it to. Let me see here. So we have number 10 right there. That's an enemy, right? That's sandwiched between us.
Yep.
Yep.
And then behind me is an enemy, the green guy, or.
No, the green guy is...
That's me, buddy.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna hit you.
I mean, you are in just a berserker rage. You would not be
Exactly. So 10 is looking how? Like he's looking beat the fuck up, looking.
Not great.
All right. Well, let's just do reckless attack with my great axe. We'll do great weapon master. Why not?
Sounds good.
Let's see what I got here. Yeah, that's what I needed. That would be a 5 minus 5 is a 20 to hit, not natural.
20 hits.
20 hits. Let's do 12 or 11 plus 5 is 16 plus 10 additional is 26, 27, 28, 29 damage for my
Woo.
rage.
I mean, you just take his head clear off as you just swing. That's a fast swing across.
And I will just walk to number 11 since that will be half my movement at difficult terrain. I could still make it 20 feet. So just through the ice hail, I'll just stomp through it as slowly as I need to get right up in his face.
Okay.
And just bring back my axe at this point. And same thing. Oh, that's awesome. 26, 21 to hit.
21?
Yep.
Hits.
Alright. Same deal. Could have done better. That's okay. 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 10 is 20 damage.
With a second swing, as you just walk slowly slowly up to him. With your axe in hand, you see him take a moment and realize how fucked he is as he drops his mace as your axe just cleaves straight through into the deck below.
Yeah.
His body falls to pieces as he falls away.
I really appreciate.
Sorry,
I
go
really
ahead.
appreciate that Rain just like dipped off the edge of the boat, like waving goodbye, and then the dude just gets pummeled.
Let me get out of Grimtuck's way. I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll look to his friends with the crossbow and be like, you could try your luck with the water, or you could fucking try me.
You still you get your Great Weapon Master bonus attack because you killed a guy.
Yeah.
That's true, but I am at maximum movement, so
Okay.
you know what? I got other stuff.
Spit on someone.
I mean,
Not anymore,
I
Tab.
Spit really hard.
Spit
I
attack.
can do that. I mean, I have a javelin also, guys, but I like your spit attack idea better.
Grimtuck's frill unfurls as he starts to hiss.
He takes his
That
grip.
yeah,
That explains some things.
just spit.
He
at
splits a black goo at Nedry.
Oh my.
them. You know what? I'll chuck a javelin at one of these guys. Who looks more hurt?
Grimtuck's frill.
There's two people.
Are they
There's-
both pretty? Like anybody hurt more than the other?
Not at all.
All right. Well then, go. Since I can't Great Weapon Master with a ranged weapon, that's just a reckless still. So that's 16, 26, 25 to
25
hit.
hits. Are you going for the numbered or non-numbered person? Doesn't matter. I guess it is.
The numbered person.
Got it.
That will be. So piercing damage up front is going to be 10, 11, 12, 13. And then right behind that, oh my fucking god. 6, 12 plus 10 is 22 lightning damage.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
As I fucking just blast this guy. I got two
Yeah, you
sixes
see-
and 2 5s out of his
You see him, like, basically be, like, impaled through the shoulder into the prow of the boat. And then the lightning follows as he is just fried. Like, just fried.
That was a metal as fuck turn for Grimtuck.
Yeah, it was.
That's what I got.
That's what you do.
That's what I got.
Okay. Then, fuck. Yeah. That guy, I mean, really, truly what happens is the only one left on the ship dives overboard. He just turns tail and just dives into the waves, hoping he can get away.
Smart move, dipshit.
That's fine. I was actually going to command him to run, so.
That's funny. If the caster guy didn't get taken out, I was just gonna tackle him over the side of the ship. So let's see, play a game of who can hold their breath longer. But no.
At this point, Elduin, you also hear the sound of... Well, I guess here. Let's continue in order just for a few more moments. Metolius,
Do I hear people running up from below?
you do not.
Metolius would just cast Cure Wounds. No, he would just lay on hands himself for 30 points.
Because when he wants a heal, he just himself. Yeah.
Okay.
30 points? Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, you did a lot of damage to me.
I did.
That fireball did a doozy.
Yeah, I
did.
did fail the fireball.
Okay, then anything else, Metolius?
No. Or I guess he would make for the gangplank.
Okay. Sounds good. Amelia, you see Metolius begin to make it towards the gangplank as you do not hear anyone else on the ship.
Amelia is still, so she's going to reach up and she's going to use her healing hands to heal for 11 points. But then she's going to make her way towards the stairs and start going below deck.
Okay. You start making your way below deck. You see... I would say you get to just below deck from where you were.
Okay. What do I see?
You see cannons. You see what looks to be a couple barrels and the mast sticking down. There's rooms on either side, and a staircase at the starboard the front starboard side.
And I don't see any movement or hear anything.
You do not.
Okay.
You roll a perception check to give a little bit more. Roll me a perception check to kind of keen eye and keen ear.
16.
You don't hear any movement or see anything.
Okay. I guess that would be my turn then.
Okay, Rain, you're on the side of the ship. You heard a splash off the starboard front prow.
I will head back up to the deck. I would probably be looking for someone to attack, but when I don't see anyone to attack, I'll come up on deck.
Sounds good.
It was a pretty good fucking fight, huh?
That was great. Did you see Amelia throw those guys into the burning ship? That was rad.
Yeah, what the fuck happened on that other ship? You guys just... I know we haven't even talked about
I'll tell you all about it later.
Oh, it was badass.
It was rad.
Did you get the barrels?
We got 19 of them.
Oh, fuck yeah. Alright. How many were we supposed to get?
30, right? Is that right? I think 30.
I don't know. Alright, well, we better find some other fucking barrels.
I guess I would not have known that Amelia went down under deck, right?
You would not have seen it nor heard.
And Metolius is heading back to shore?
Metolius is heading down the gangplank towards the dock.
Okay.
I would say you do see, as you reach the top and get over the edge, again, you see Metolius' head going down the gangplank.
I think I would stop at the top and just sort of survey the dock scene.
You see Metolius standing at the top of the gangplank.
Alright, I guess, if this is technically a turn, I would kind of watch for Metolius and, I guess hold an attack action if anyone comes down the dock and tries to, board the ship, but otherwise I'll hold my position.
Sounds good. So, you hold your attack action. As you do,
A crossbow,
Elduin,
by the way.
Yes. Elduin, behind you, you hear the sound of a splash.
Yes.
You do not see anything really. You do see the fog around the tiger shark lit up from the flames that have now caught most of the deck alight. You even see through some of the portholes on the side, through where the cannons would have come out of. You see flames echoing out of there, like windows in a burning building. This ship seems to be going down, but once again, you no longer see the captain standing on the deck or on the edge of the deck.
Okay. Can I see him in the water?
You can roll me a perception.
I will do that. Oh, that's cocked. That's not great. 8.
You do not.
Okay.
There's a heavy fog that lines the water itself. It's hard to see exactly what's on the surface.
Okay. I would like to row my boat up to the Black Pearl.
Black Prince?
That's what I meant. Black Pearl is Pirates of the Caribbean.
You're gonna get us sued.
Yeah.
Disney's gonna sue somebody.
Disney doesn't fuck around.
Yeah. And then I would like to, if I have movement to go, I would like to scale it.
I would say at this point, for right now, we are out of combat. They'll hold initiative if anything else comes up with it.
Okay.
So yes, you take a leap and start to scramble up the sides. Mm-hmm. Amelia, you have already started down below deck. The rest of you, what do you do?
Grabbing my javelin.
Grab your javelin out of the corpse on the prow.
The pirate kebab.
Yep.
This is not the first prow that has been hit by basically a lightning bolt.
And then I'm gonna kind of just do the 1 foot up on the edge of the ship there, on the rail, and just kind of survey it and just kind of take in the moment of the fact that we just fucking stole this ship. So I'm definitely gonna look around and see what I can see, for any kind of threats or anything like that.
You look back towards the shore and towards the city itself, and there is just a large just contingency of people just running through the streets. You see kind of mass chaos for a moment, but you also see a ton of dead Hecatontries pirates and sailors lining the shores. You see a large collection of bodies now being tossed into the actual waters themselves. As you see similar looking individuals of ones you saw in the next to where Callus was, similarly armored individuals standing high on the shore itself.
All right, and then once I've kind of taken it all in, I'll look back over to Rain and be like, "Wait, all right, shit, are we supposed to be doing something else other than this?" I kind of got lost in the moment.
I guess maybe go back to shore and help kill some more guys. Where did
No, that's
Amelia
their
go?
job. We did our job.
That's fair. Where did Amelia go?
I don't know. I didn't really see. I was busy fucking killing those guys. Should we go below decks here and see what's going on? If we can find any of those barrels or anything?
Yeah, she might have went below deck to see if she could find any more of the black powder. And I'll go below deck and see if I can find her.
Amelia, you've continued below deck, right?
Yes, if I hadn't seen any immediate movement or life on this floor, I would have gone to the staircase and immediately gone downstairs.
Okay, as you make it down to the stairs, Rain and Gruntek, you also have made it down to the lower floor. As you make it below deck, Amelia, all the way down to the hold, you find a large grouping of barrels as well as other crates. It's very familiar.
Any movement? Any
Roll a
signs of
perception.
life?
You do
Crates
see a
and
bunch of what
barrels.
look to be cots and things like that, and other hammocks in the back, but none of them seem to be moving.
That's a 12 for my perception check.
You don't notice any movement between the barrels or the boxes. It seems to be pretty quiet down here now that a lot of people have run up to the top side.
Okay.
I would like to do something when there's a second.
I think this is the perfect time. What would you like to do?
Stride back to the other side of the ship and look over the railing toward the tiger shark.
Okay. You see a similar sight. You see the ship now burning profusely. The cannon.
Do I see anything else?
You can roll a perception check.
Gladly.
Yeah.
Uh, 18.
18. There's a shadow at the very far end past the ship near the shore. You see a shadow move along the edge, and a humanoid figure rises from the water and dashes off.
Okay. Okay. I can't see what they look like, though.
It's too far away, and there's too much fog.
So are they dashing to the shore?
No, they've already made it to. They are dashing. As they've made it up on the shore, they are just
They're trying
hauling ass away.
Yeah, that's kind of what the gist I got. I would help Eldrin climb up the side if he hadn't made it to the top yet.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. How are we looking up here? What's happening?
Seems to be all clear.
Good. That was...
Everyone else went below deck, probably to check to see if there were any stragglers.
I see, good. Any assistance that I can provide? That was quite the skirmish.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Alright, well, what are you up to?
I'm just keeping watch over the deck. Do you need healing?
I'm untouched. Benefit of being further away.
Good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I figure I will just hold up here until they return from below deck.
This makes sense. Given my extended reach, I think I will probably remain up here with you and keep an eye out. Make sure that no one swimming in the water or from the docks joins us without some gifts.
Sounds great. Good
And
job.
I'll just... Yeah. I'm just gonna keep an eye out. I'm gonna, the first Hecatontry is trying to climb onto the boat I see, I'm gonna fill him full of wood.
By doing a sexy dance.
Right.
Actually, room check by penetration. Thank you. What you do notice is the two of you stand upon the deck. You notice down the other side of the docks, the one that now houses a few other sailing vessels on it. You see a contingency of sailors kind of gathered around the edge of their specific ship and holding steady and not allowing anyone to board or move down towards their vessel. They seem to be holding off and keeping out of the fray, but keeping close watch on what's going on.
Can we see the harp? Did it get pulled up into dry dock, or what happened with that?
It has not yet. It's only been a day or two. Right now, it's still out. It's actually pretty much right on the pretty much north from where you're standing.
And they're probably confused as fuck because we didn't tell them we were doing any of this shit.
Nope.
Sure didn't.
Oh, that's
I
funny.
will say though, if they notice what you're doing though, they do notice a lot of Hecatoncheires being killed.
I mean, that sounds like us.
Silence has had experience with this, with you.
Yeah, it's true. All right.
But they seem to be holding off and keeping back just in case.
All right.
Okay, Amelia, you're down below deck. Grain. That's GHRAIN.
Grain tuck.
Grain tuck. Wow.
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
guys.
Part of a balanced diet.
Yeah.
The two of you continue on the middle deck with the cannons. There are two doors to this, effectively to the east and west from where you're standing.
I'll take the
There's
west.
also
you
a
take the east.
staircase downwards.
Sure.
All right. Check them out.
Okay, as you make it to the doors, you notice. So Grimtuck, you said west.
Uh-huh.
Doors are not locked. Once you both open it, you notice these are quarters. Grimtuck, the quarters you see seem to be what could be the captain's quarters.
Oh, definitely tossing those.
A lavish area filled with fine linens and a desk with a bunch of papers on it and what looks to be a bottle of deep brown liquid.
Grabbing the booze. Grabbing all the papers.
Okay.
Indiscriminately. I know to keep the papers because I know that we have to find that shit. So I'm just stuffing them into the bag of holding that I have. And from there, I just want to toss the room for valuables.
Okay. Rain, you open your door and find a bunch of hammocks and cots lined throughout. This seems to be sleeping quarters of some of the men.
All right. I mean, I'll at least look around, but I'm guessing I probably won't find anything valuable in here. But I'll take a look.
Okay. Both of you can roll investigation checks and see what you get.
16.
And mine is a dog shit roll of. Let me see here. You see, I rolled a 2 on the dice, and I have a -1 modifier. So.
So a non-natural one.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem that the captain has left much in his. As far as you can tell, it doesn't seem to be he's left much in his quarters.
Hey.
You even flipped the bed. Leave nothing behind.
Ray, check it out. This guy's a fucking bum. He's got some booze and some papers. But...
Rain, on the other hand, you find 46 gold.
Rad. Okay.
And a total. This is going through all of the different foot lockers in this room, and a total of 87 silver.
How many Nikes do you find in the Foot Locker?
You find at least one sweet, fresh pair of kicks.
Sorry, what was it again? It was 47 gold?
And 87 silver. And one
Got it.
sweet, fresh pair of kicks.
we already have all the best shoes on the team anyways.
That's true.
It doesn't do anything. It just makes you look fly.
All I've ever wanted.
They're not your size.
No, most shoes aren't. It's unfortunate.
Aw. It's okay.
Noted.
As long as they're magical, they can be. Okay, Amelia, you find yourself down below deck. all the way below deck into the hold. What do you do?
This is the bottom level, it seems.
It does seem there is no. Again, you see the cots in the back. You don't see any real separation. There seems to be a door in the eastern side, but there are no other stairs going down. This also being a smaller ship, you could expect this to be the bottom level.
Not seeing any life. I would then check the door first.
Okay. You go over to the door. You open it up. It seems to be just a storage facility. There seems to be large barrels, a few barrels of fruit, a few barrels of what look to be tapped barrels that could be just fresh water. Nothing of any crazy import, at least at the moment.
Okay, then I will go back into the main room and kind of do a more thorough search in there. Kind of maybe pop a couple tops on these barrels, see what's inside, maybe pop a crate or two.
Sounds good. Over the course of this, you obviously saw the two barrels up top. You go to the barrels down below in the hold, and you start popping a top or two. As you do, you notice a fine black powder that you have been searching for.
I would just put those lids back and then move on to popping a couple crates.
Okay. The crates hold what seem to be more supplies, things like that. A few cannonballs. And other forms of armaments. Nothing. It seems to be maybe one box of like ammunition, arrows, bolts, things like that. Another box of what seem to be cannonballs.
Okay. And then I would just start to kind of go through the hammocks in the living area.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check, please.
Ooh. That's gonna be a 3. Sorry.
3?
7.
7.
These are different numbers.
Yes, I looked at the wrong line.
You find a total of 64 copper in the course of these hammocks and things.
Oh boy!
Oh boy!
You said
I could trade this for 64 copper. I could trade this for 6 silver. Hot dang! I'm rich.
It's heavier than it is valuable.
Why do they keep printing these?
It don't make no sense.
if I don't see anything that seems to like stick out or seem out of place, then I would head back upstairs.
At least it's not Electrum, right?
Oh god, no. Even the Hecatontries who are evil don't deal in electric. Okay, you head back upstairs. You find Grimtuck and Rain kind of rifling through the rooms up here.
I would begin to help and start looking through stuff.
Okay.
Oh, I guess
Nice.
while this is all happening, I guess Metolius would loot the dead guys on the deck, I guess.
Sure, do it, man. Loot them dead guys.
Would you like to help rifle through the pockets of dead men, Eldwin?
Yes, I will help with that.
Okay.
I will. Yeah.
Investigation. Correct.
Yes, please.
Well, with Eldwin's help, I rolled a 19.
That's right. I was just, yeah, sure. We can just do that. That's easy.
You find a total of 86 gold throughout the lot of them.
Cool.
54 silver.
Uh-huh.
90 electrum. I lied. And 67 copper. This is through all of them. You also find a swath of leather armor, studded leather armor. You also, and then you find a wide variety of weapons, including maces, quarterstaffs, and a scimitar. Specifically from the one that was up the helm that got wrapped.
Could
You
you
also find a few darts.
could you repeat those denominations again? 86 gold.
86 gold. Of course, I rolled it. And we're going to roll it again. 86 gold. We're going to do 90 electrum. That was close.
That was
We're going
right.
to do 51 silver. And 62 copper. I think that actually landed pretty damn close to my original numbers.
Cool. Thank you.
Yes, of course. You also find like just a wide variety of like basic essentials. They don't have much on them. Obviously, they're not rushing up with their packs or anything like that. But you do find things like a bit of ration, or their weapons, which are like lying all over the ground. You do notice a bunch of components from the caster. Seems to be just a component pouch upon them.
I'll toss that to Eldwin.
Sweet. I'll
And
take a
there's
look
also-
inside. Does it look like it's got all the usual suspects?
Yeah, all the usual.
Sweet.
And you notice obviously it's quarterstaff, which has a nice like kind of carving. It seems to be. It looks at first like a wrapping of vines, but this is actually just arms clasping themselves all the way down. All the weapons all seem to be imprinted with a symbol somewhere on them. With the maces, you get in between the actual like some of the ones that are just like solid chunks of metal. There seems to be a hard symbol pressed in the side. Any flanged maces you see on one of the flanges. In the scimitar, right in the very thickest point of it, you see the symbol like stuck in. And on the quarterstaff, of course, it's wrapped around. There are also a few heavy crossbows lying around, if anyone so wishes for them. But otherwise, Amelia, you wish to help the ones above look around. You can. Rain seemingly found just about everything in that room, but as you look through this room, you see two more of those barrels. Looks very familiar as the ones down below. You also see a stack of cannonballs kind of lying around, a bunch of cannons. And of course, Grimtuck, who is flailing and tossing the room.
Hey, did you guys find anything? I didn't find shit.
Found some money.
Wait, you found money in there?
Yeah.
What kind of bullshit captain's men have more money than he does?
Do you want me to take a look?
I mean, you can. It's kind of fucked up in here.
Can I also go
Okay.
investigate the captain's quarters there?
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you want to help at all, Amelia?
Sure. I'll
Okay.
take a look.
I'll be like, hey, Amelia, actually, you should go check out the main room real quick.
Oop, it's cocked.
Like out here where the cannons are?
Yeah, just give me a second. Hey, that's me.
That would be is that a 22 for investigation for the captain's quarters.
22.
Yep.
Underneath the pile that was once the captain's bed, Grimtick did not notice that there was a small box down below that is now covered by sheets and mattress as you kind of dig through. Inside, you find some very interesting glass jars with red liquid in them.
Okay.
You find 3 of them.
Do I know what they are?
Oh yeah, you definitely know they're healing potions. They
Oh, right.
are 3, and these look a little bit better than normal. These are 3 greater healing potions.
Excellent.
The size denotes just a little bit different. That is all you find in that room.
Cool. I'll take it.
Snap.
See? Fucking shit. Ugh. I guess I was just anxious. Hey, wanna take a second and, maybe close the door and get up this captain's chamber? Is this bad timing for this?
Amelia, you hear this whole conversation.
Amelia would try and play it off like she doesn't and continue to like search the room that she's in.
I mean, like, it's fucking our ship now. I don't know.
It is our ship now. Like,
Piracy gets me horny.
If it was a bad idea, just let me know. I mean, I was just throwing it out there.
I mean, it's our ship now. We can wait till a little later.
All right, fine. All right, we'll come back to it. Never mind.
Back to it.
We'll circle back.
I got a bunch
Circle
of
back around.
I got a bunch of fucking papers too. I know that guy was asking for them. Anyways, I don't know. Whatever.
As you continue to search the ship, you notice that on the shore, more and more of this raucous melee forms and falls as more bodies are piled and more sailors are run into the ocean as they start to swim away. Elduin, you do notice a few of the Hecatontries men trying to swim away from port, hoping that this will save them. If you wish to make a few pot shots.
Yeah, I will shoot them.
Okay.
Kick them while they're down.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Uh-huh. This is our boat now.
Send a message.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's start off with an 18.
An 18 definitely hits.
All right. How about 21 points of damage?
As you hit him, he bobs under for a moment and then sinks.
Yeah. All right. How many are there?
3 that you can see right now.
All right. Well, I'll shoot the second one.
Okay.
Oh, that's a natural one again.
At the moment, you miss.
Okay, great. I'm gonna shoot the second one again with my third shot.
Okay.
Wow, that's a natural 2 for gonna almost certainly miss.
Yes.
Yeah, it's less than 10. Do you want? Can I re-roll? Can I bend that to the other one?
Sure, if you wish.
I wish. All right. There we go. That's a 29.
Jesus.
29. That definitely hits.
Great. Oh man. 6 points of damage.
He doesn't drop below the waves, but you hear him scream out as you see the shaft of your arrow just kind of flailing back and forth as he continues to try to swim.
Okay. I'm going to continue
as the-
shooting at them while they're swimming towards us.
Okay, they're not swimming towards you, they're just swimming out of port, trying to, like, get away.
They going to the... Trying to... Like, where are they heading toward? Just, like, in the middle of the harbor?
Blindly, yeah, they are blindly trying to run.
Yeah, I'm going to keep shooting them.
Yeah. Do it.
That's an 11?
11 hits.
Wow. That is a 29.
Okay, that hits. Before
No,
you roll
that's-
damage, just
No,
that's
29
damage.
was the damage.
For the first one of the...
Yes.
Okay, roll me a total of 4 more shots,
Okay.
and then we'll talk about damage after those shots are rolled.
Okay.
You see this as you see the red kind of pooling around these 3 individuals trying to run away. Metolius, you see Elduin's face kind of underneath the mask. You see his cheeks rise in a sickening smile for a moment as he pulls out 3 more arrows after the fact, and he starts to fire more and more and more. How did you do?
Actually, not that well. I got a 16 and 12 and 2 8s.
Okay. The 2 8s seem to miss, but you connect with that first shot, the 29, and you just instantly take the second of the 3 out. Then followed up by 2 more. You take your shots and you find yourself aiming right at the corpses you have already made and firing wildly into them. You pincushion these, landing them with just almost a spine of arrows until you kind of come back to yourself and you shake your head and you notice that you have a smile on your face.
Can I insight check him this entire
Sure.
display?
Yeah.
How many arrows did I fire for my bookkeeping?
5.
5. Okay.
I got a 13.
A 13?
Yeah.
It seems very out of place. You can't... there's almost a glee in his mannerisms for a moment. But it's gone as soon as he kind of, like, shakes his head, and you notice, even behind the mask, you see his eyes kind of wild for a second, trying to figure out what just happened.
I believe they're routed, my friend. I don't think you need to keep firing.
Oh, yes. Yes. That's the strangest thing. I'll mutter to myself under the breath.
Uh-huh.
What's strange?
I did not... sorry, point of order. DM, was it like I blacked out or more of like a loss of control while being aware?
More of a, like... I would say it's more of a loss of control being aware, and more
Okay.
so just you had the sudden urge to make damn sure that their body is mutilated.
Okay. I just... they were routed, and yet I still felt the impulse to rend them and destroy them utterly. It was a bit more than I would normally go for, but sort of felt out of body, like I was not myself.
In this moment, you also now recollect that this has happened a couple times to you.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the one in Enoch's party who tried to scurry away into the woods as you kept firing. You
Yep.
even remember the group of bandits that you just made a mockery of as his body lied there dead.
Mm-hmm.
The bandit
and yeah,
we fought to free Amelia? Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Okay.
And you just kind of like, again, you have those thoughts and you remember those moments and you just shake your head. You don't know where that comes from.
That doesn't seem like you, friend.
It's not. I don't know what it is. I don't know where this is coming from. I will meditate on this later.
Well, if you need guidance or assistance, do not hesitate to let me know.
I appreciate that. I do.
As we continue, as the fighting begins to die down, you notice that the lot of the Hecatontry soldiers seem to be corralled now. The fighting calms, the sound of clashing slows, but cheers begin to rise between the streets. As the halberd and the tigers burn down to the very edge of the water, as the last remnants of those ships fall below the waves, you find yourselves victorious. A small collective of those pirates who fought effectively alongside you stand now in a ring around a group of about 10 other soldiers. 10 of the Hecatontry still alive and now held captive, off near the center, near the fish market. And the whole area rings out in a cheer.
Is everyone still below deck, or is the rest of the party come up?
I was gonna say, if I didn't find anything like immediately after making my walk around that main room, then I would walk upstairs, especially after hearing them having their chat.
I mean, we would go up too. It would take
Amelia,
a minute.
take beelines straight upstairs. Got it. So then I would say, Amelia, you'd probably have heard this whole event happening.
You mean
Maybe-
the Elduin event?
No. The cheering and the
Oh,
celebration.
gotcha.
I would say the Grimtuck and Rain, you heard the cheering from down below, and can come up to investigate if you so choose.
I mean, we would make our way up there.
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds like we fucking started a party.
It
Sounds
sounds
like
like we were successful.
Well, and we got a ship.
We got a
fucking ship.
Yeah.
We got our own ship. I mean, we're gonna have to touch it up a little bit. It has too much Hecatontry's bullshit on it right now, but it's gonna take a little bit of work. Maybe a paid job, but
Well,
yeah.
perhaps the Gloom Raiders can take care of that for us while we journey inland. I do recall we had a dragon to slay,
Yeah, we got a fucking dragon to slay.
We have other business than just that as well.
It's true.
Yeah, that's true. But, got a ship, fucking dragon to kill, and, what did you do to those guys when you fucking just sent them to the burning ship? Like, what was that?
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you. That was the same thing I did on the ship with the fish people.
Oh, that was so cool.
Yes.
It was very impressive.
Thank you.
Like, you were getting intimidatingly strong.
Amelia kind of like, you see her like straighten up in her like pirate outfit, like, well, thank you.
Is this just gonna be you forever? Because I'm into it. I think it's
Is
super
this
cool.
just Amelia now?
Just Pirate Amelia. That's all there is.
As you
It's fucking
as
great.
you all are, as you all are standing upon deck, you all hear the sound of footsteps behind you, as you see the blue-skinned tiefling walk up the gangplank. Demikos joins you on the deck of your new ship. He stands there and he looks at you all and goes, Callus would like to celebrate with you all at the Leering Eel. He wishes for your attention and you to gather there when you have enjoyed your spoils as much as you wish, as long as you have succeeded in the other parts of your mission.
I believe
do
we
we got
I believe
barrels
we
that
have.
needed?
Aye, we have.
We got a fuckload of papers.
And we have the other supplies your boss asked for.
You see the long black clawed fingers kind of wrap around this gnarled staff, and he just smiles, this very simple smile, and goes, "Excellent. Well, please." And he points across the port all the way to a large collection of buildings just at the edge of the town, and goes, "The Leering Eel sits there. Find us. We'll be waiting for you." And as he does, he turns.
Oh shit. What do you think?
No. What do you
I was gonna say, hey, we're gonna need you to set some men about guarding our ship if we're gonna leave it, because like, if I was a Hecatontries, I'd maybe hiding underneath, in a sewer somewhere. I'd make way for this ship and try to get the fuck off of this port.
I will make sure there is a watch, but do not worry. The sewers have been cleared. As he turns around, he kind of takes out this small whistle out from below his robes, and he blows it. And you see just a cadre of people start to come down the dock. All of them just the same kind of armor and basic attire that Callus's Gloom Raiders had held. And he kind of points down to them all as he walks off the ship, down the gangplank, and off the dock, back to town. So yeah, you guys got a ship. What do you do?
We're gonna go get on the ship and use it to pirate from all the other ships in the dock. No, that's a bad idea. It's a bit ambitious for our first trip.
You turn the ship and load the cannons.
Yeah. And start
I thought my
firing.
murderous impulse was bad.
Right?
Right.
I mean, he's not raging anymore. I was gonna say he's still raging.
Yeah, right? Nope.
Well,
All
once
right, well.
the ship is secure, I guess we would make our way to the Leering Eel.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You do that. You make your way through town, and you see a bunch of people all celebrating in the streets. You see that small gathering of Hecatontry soldiers, all tied and bound, as they seem to be drawn to what looks to be a larger building. Could possibly be maybe the mayor's or any form of law enforcement in town. They're pulled towards out of the main streets and away as they're led away, you see a few people just like throwing rotten fruit at them, leering, tossing like oils and all the manner of vile at them. As they do, none of them seem to be well enjoyed, as their forces did kind of take up a lot of space in Ocean Shade. You make it over and across, and you pass the fish market, the odd temple of Umberlee. You even find the symbol of Talos hang high above a large stone building in the middle of town as you're walking towards what now is pointed out to be the Leering Eel.
What did the clerics looking like they're doing in all of this?
You have not seen any of them.
Oh, all
They have
right.
stayed away.
Okay.
You notice that as you walk in this place, you see what looks to be a moray. That's a moray. Haha. You see a moray eel just like bursting forth from a rock with a bulging eye upon the sign, the words "The Leering Eel." Inside, you hear just a ruckus of cheersing and just partying and having a damn good time. As you open the door, it's almost just a wall of sound that hits you. You notice that everyone enjoying themselves takes a moment and looks your way, but then continues right into their merriment as they do. In the back, you see Callus sitting there with Damocos right next to him, waiting, sipping his drink. A few people around him, his toughs kind of standing to each side and sitting, his feet kicked up upon a table, just enjoying himself. So, as you all walk into this boisterously celebrating room of people, they all look very similar. They all have similar armors and accoutrements. A few of them seem to be playfully wearing some Hecatonchir's armor. You see even a few kind of like banter back and forth about it. You see a few helmets and pieces of leather, that kind of red and purple leather armor just kind of piled in the corner. And then of course you see behind the bar a gray-skinned tiefling just looks surly in his thing. His face kind of ragged with stubble. His eyes just a bright yellow. His horns, one of them's broken off. And he kind of just like gives you a grimace as you walk in, but then all the way in the back of the room you see Callus sitting there with his little entourage. Demikos next to him and just a group of guards as he sits there, that dagger in hand, kind of just like fiddling with it, drinking down some ale.
Before we enter, I want to pull Amelia back while the other three go in.
Okay. You do that. The three of you walk in as Amelia and Matolia step back.
Just saunter right up to Callus and the rest of the entourage in the back. Axe just over my shoulder. Didn't really clean it off. Just, walk in like we fucking own the place.
Were you going to do anything, Matolia?
No, I just keep Amelia from attending. No, yeah, I'm going to do something. No, not...
Yes, I know you helped out, but...
Not you.
We've decided we don't really want you around anymore.
Not in public.
As the three of them begin to continue to walk forward towards Callus, what do you two do?
I just pull Amelia back and let the door shut, and so we're standing out on the street. And
Okay.
Motolia says to Amelia, "While you were all below deck, I noticed something strange come over Eldwin.
I give him a weird look.
You have the mask on?
Oh yeah.
Not you. I know you do. I meant Amelia.
Amelia does not.
Okay.
she doesn't have her mask on, but it's not her
Right.
normal face. Like it's not her face.
It's
that
your
you're looking
pirate
at.
persona. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So she appears like much older than she normally does, and she just looks kind of like sea hardened, like that kind of like weather worn like skin
Absolutely.
look. Yeah.
Eldwin, he started firing at Hecaton sailors as they were swimming away. They were just fleeing, and he just was ruthless and firing arrows. And even after they were dead, he just filled them full of arrows. And
Amelia kind of looks around. Is there like anybody near us?
There's a few people kind of moving through the streets, but no one like directly next to you.
Well, don't sound like him at all.
no, it does not. And that's why I wanted to tell you his behavior is disconcerting. Dungeon Master, we have not witnessed any of this behavior previously.
You may have seen it during the Enoch fight, but otherwise not really, no.
Okay. I'm going to say that Metolius didn't see that because he was kind of preoccupied with the Enoch business.
Amelia too.
So I don't think we've seen. I haven't seen any this behavior from him. He's normally so level-headed and calm, but he just had this murderous, crazed look in his eye. He's not one to waste arrows, and I'm concerned.
That is quite concerning. What you reckon we should do?
I think we should keep an eye on him, and maybe just keep an eye on him for now. I don't want to jump to conclusions or make false accusations. He is our friend.
That's fair. We could just keep an eye on the lad, take a look, see what he gets into the next few outings.
I agree. He is our friend, and I want nothing but the best for him. But I don't know. Something's off about him.
Strange. Quite strange.
I just wanted to let you know, since you seem to also have a similar eye for that sort of thing.
Yes, I appreciate being informed. We should definitely keep an eye on the lad. But now, let's get this celebration underway. And she's going to turn around and throw the doors open and just, like, walk in, like, hands raised. Like, we're fucking here!
Metolius will enter in as well and be like, "That's right! Where's the ale?"
Can I just say I love the idea of what we do being called outings?
Plus a little chance.
I like to call them soirees.
Ooh. So yeah, Amelia kicks the door in and, starts just, yelling it up as the three of you have met up now with Callus, and he just sits there and claps as the three of you walk up.
And then the ship blew up, and it was fucking awesome, and I stuck a guy to the ship with a javelin. Oh, man, it was, all in all, it was a really good day.
I'm sorry I missed it. I really,
where were you guys?
Around. We were here, we were there, my men were on the street. But,
You bag any yourself?
No, but, I mean, I generally don't like to get my hands as dirty if I don't have to. I was waiting here.
I just said, all right.
Seems like you had a good time, though.
I mean,
It was a fucking blast!
I got that. That's a good joke.
Here.
Good lad.
Well, you hear Callus kind of chime up and go, just a round for the whole bar. And everyone cheers, and then goes crazy. And as that happens, just like
Amelia joins in.
Well, now that that's all taken care of, and we're all dealt with. It seems like the battalions left our humble shores, and I think we need to be talking about payment.
Indeed. You owe me you owe us a crew.
I owe you a crew. And that you'll have. Also, I mean, I don't know, did your last ship make it out of there just fine? Speaking of payments, what about mine? My portion of this need come first before you claim that ship for your own.
We got your merchandise. Don't you worry about that.
I'll reach into the bag of holding and just start pulling out just handfuls of paper.
You just line the table with paper.
Just fistfuls.
Just everything I jacked from that desk.
He grabs it and starts looking through and goes, "This is just the supplies they had."
Oh,
I will
well,
also
shit.
pull out what I found, obviously.
As he throws them back at you, it's like, this isn't even what I'm looking for. He takes what Rain gave. It's like, aha. She's got a good head on her shoulders. Thank you, miss. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for.
So picky about his reading material.
Got his papers.
And you do. You give him both of what he's like all of the papers you found on the Halberd, and it seems to be exactly what he's looking for. And what about the black powder? You got that too?
You have the
Aye.
whole, right? Yeah.
Hey, you want us to unload it here?
No, I don't want you to unload it in the bar. It's not going to help anybody much. But we'll need to, maybe before the night's out, we'll bring you down below. You can unload it in one of our storerooms.
Aye.
You're able to grab all 30, right?
We got some of it in the bag here, and then we got the rest of it back on the ship we took for ours.
Good. Well, I can have some men come out and grab it for me.
Wonderful. Let's get more of these drinks.
And you see that gray-skinned tiefling kind of chime in, just like... And you see Callus look over him like, Carrion, don't you fucking give that kind of shit. These are the reason we're free now. And
Plus, who doesn't like a light show?
and the tiefling behind the bar just like sighs, shakes his head, and brings another round of ales to the table. So, what about the second part you're talking about?
Oh, the dragon?
Yeah. What you thinking?
Yeah, thinking we were gonna do that anyways, just for fun.
Well, that's good. Makes it easier on me. I'd say it'd take
I mean,
a little
we're gonna
bit.
make payment for it, but we're definitely gonna do it.
I'd say it's gonna take a couple of days for your ship to be fully back up to snuff and ready. So, if you want to take that on while you're waiting, or you can feel free to enjoy the wonders of ocean shade as much as you wish. The asshole clergyman, the fine pickpockets,
I hear
and
you
the
guys got a
wonderful...
haunted house.
What's that?
So I hear you guys got a haunted house.
Go fuck yourself.
Laughing.
Yeah, Amelia yucks that one up.
He reaches into his coat and he pulls out this wrapped bit of parchment, kind of tied with what looks to be just a fine piece of leather. And he goes, well, if by any means you actually wish to find where you're going and find what you're looking for with a bit more ease than just blindly searching through the hills, this might help. He hands it over.
What is it?
Are you opening it or are you asking him?
Yeah, I'm just asking him.
It's a map, or at least a base map of what you can look for up in the mountains. And it's old. I can't tell you if it's fully there, but if you make it through the mountains, you'll find the basilica. That's what you're looking for. That's where the dragon resides.
So what do you know? What's going on with this dragon? We only kind of talked about it.
Well, it's been harrying the villages on the shores for quite some time now, taking what it wants, taking people, taking food, taking valuables.
You say quite some time now. Like, How long's it lived here?
Certainly as long as I've been the Pirate King. It's 2 years from when I started, and much longer than that.
Alright. Well, shit.
I mean, true.
This beastie got a name?
Yeah, it's kind of silly. It's Ragharan. The Molten Scourge is what he calls himself. You don't usually give yourself a name like... No, granted, he can lay waste to most villages, but still. I find that to be a little presumptuous.
Molten Scourge?
The Molten Scourge.
Alright, I mean, that's not a bad nickname.
To my knowledge, he's taken over the Molten Basilica, which lies in the Demoni Mountains.
Amelia gets awkwardly quiet.
Okay.
What's a basilica?
It's an old... it's a place where monks used to reside. Now long since abandoned.
Punchy monks or, like, godly monks?
Punchy
Both.
monks.
Oh, okay.
A basilica is another word for a place of worship or a temple.
Good to know.
Alright.
Never been to one.
Well, alright, we'll go fucking take back this, basilica.
Oh, I don't care about the basilica. You can do whatever the fuck you want there. You can take it back, you can keep it for yourself, you can call it your home. I just want the fucking dragon out. If you notice, there's a bit of damage we keep having to repair on the tip tops of our town. I'd rather not have to deal with that at all. Ever again. You want to know why, Grimtuck, that I stay underground? It's because I don't
Dragons?
want that fucking dragon knowing about my coin.
Alright, well, once this is all said and done, yeah, call it a day. Fuck it. I've never killed a dragon before. I don't know if any of us have, but, we're up for the challenge.
Well, hey, what's the worst that happens? You don't make
Die,
it...
and then you get your ship.
Yeah, exactly. You don't make it to keep the ship. You make it, I get rid of the dragon. It's a win-win in my part.
Yep. And, in the meanwhile, you know, we win. Then you end up going to war. So,
Hey,
all in
if
all,
you got us, you kill that dragon for us. You take that burden off our backs. We're willing to help you in whatever your fight is.
Good to
Well,
know.
sounds like dragon slaying is, tomorrow Grimtuck's problem. Because tonight Grimtuck is gonna get shithouse drunk.
Huzzah! As Amelia holds up her tankard and starts chugging it.
I believe we could all use a bit of celebration.
And you see Callus kind of look at y'all and go, "Yeah, I agree. I think y'all deserve quite a bit of celebrating and partying. So here." And he kind of snaps his fingers, and you see the tiefling kind of come back over with just a whole tray of bottles, lays them out in front of you, and goes, "This is on the house, on me. Now, whoever has the black powder, either meet me tonight or meet me back here tomorrow, and we'll lay it out before you decide to do whatever your day is. But for now, I say we all enjoy a bit of freedom all together."
Aye, Captain.
And everyone cheers at that statement and raises a glass, and you all continue along to the night to party down and enjoy yourselves on a night of freedom, relieving this corner of the world from the Hecatontries for now. And on that note, I think I'm going to call the session.
Woohoo! Woo! Fuck those boys.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah.
Fuck them, boys.
Uh-huh.
They're worthless. They are not worthwhile. Also, their bosses both got kind of nerfed a little bit.
Fuck 'em.
Hey everyone, Matt here. Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode. You can find out more about us on our website, www.swordcastadventures.com. There you can find links to all our social media accounts, as well as our Patreon, where for $5 a month, you can get access to our Tomb of Annihilation episodes. There, you can hear me, Dungeon Master some of the cast, through the jungles of Cholt as they try to get to the bottom of the mysteries of the Death Curse plaguing Faerun.